Hey guys, Gunpowder Handshake back again. Today we're going to be talking about the Voodoo Tactical Heavy Plate Carrier. Now, I've seen a lot of reviews on the web for the Condor and several other plate carriers. I've not seen any for the Voodoo, some of the smaller ones, not the heavy plate carrier. That's why I'm going to go and do the review on it now. Now I picked this up, it was $99. See if you guys can see that here. See if I can get my camera to focus. Yeah, there we go. $99. I picked it up at the local Army Navy surplus. Some of the things that I picked up, just going right off the top. I picked up a Condor tactical mag pouch. Now this carries the M4, M16 mags as well as two pistol mags. They are made onto the front, they do not come off. I also bought a Voodoo tactical M4, M16 double pouch. That's this one here. The ones on the front are Voodoo as well. That's the double pistol mag. One thing real quickly, guys, I can tell you between the two, and we'll go into it a little bit more detail. I'll bring the vest down and show you a little bit closer. But this is the Voodoo vest. The Condor vest is very similar. Both of them that I see do have triple stitching. There is a single stitch only on this pad. That's where your hydration comes through. Other than that, everything else seems to be triple stitch. Really nice corners. The mag carrier actually is a double stitch with a separate piece of material on top. The Condor does not. The Condor, the bands are a little heavier, a little more secure. The Voodoo, they're not. So there are some advantages to both. The Voodoo costs a little bit more initially. It's $12.99 and $9.99, so it's about $22.99 for that setup. For this setup, the way it sets is $17 for the Condor, so it was a little cheaper. Condor flashlight pouch I picked up for $6. Works great for a little flashlight when you need to. On the top is my Blackhawk separate holster. Now this is just a quick release. You just hit the button and let's see if I can do it here. Just comes right out. Everything is free and clear. And this can be put anywhere. This actually is one of the separate holsters. Or I'm sorry, not separate, the Blackhawk QCQ. I've got the other attachment that allows you to put that on your belt. It just comes out real easy. You unscrew, you change it over, and you set it right back in. I like it. It seems to work fairly well for what I use it for. I'm not really worried about putting that back in right now, but it does come with two sets on the front. Now on the back, let's see if I can turn this around for you guys. Now on the back I have a hammer that's just for the weight stability because there's so much weight on the front. We'll go ahead and take that off. Both front and back come triple stitched, 7 rows of mollies. Now on the back, the drag handle actually runs down through 4 of the molly attachments, and it actually has, it's been sewed as well. So this has got a lot of strength on it. It's not something that's going to tear away. I have had vests before that go from here to here. They're not as good. Now this one does say it's a tuckable handle. I'm really not sure what they're classifying tuckable there, so if any of you guys know what they mean, love to hear it. Other than that, I have no clue. On the back, I've got several canteens I like to use, but this will hold any 2 liter. You can put water, Mountain Dew, Pepsi, whatever you want to take in it. 12 ounce if you feel like it, a beer or whatever. I got one dump mag pouch. Now going back to the front. The way this secures, this lifts up. You have one Velcro, pulls off here, and then it opens up. I'm going to go ahead and take this on off, and then I'll give you all a little bit more in-depth review of it. Bear with me one second, let me resight the camera here. Okay. I actually don't hold it because it'll work a little better. Now the good thing about this is, being a heavy plate carrier, it does have the attachments here to hold your plate. There's a little 12-inch, I believe. I think it's 12 by 10, if I measure correctly, for your hard plate. Soft body plate, of course, soft armor can go all through here on both sides. So you've got the availability of soft armor all the way up. And then one piece of hard armor here as well. And it has its own individual pouch. Same thing on the front. you have it, you can just pull away here, soft armor all the way out, and then use your hard armor underneath it. I really like the setup. I was really happy with the Voodoo. I hadn't seen too many reviews, guys. It's one of the main reasons that I went ahead and did this review. Was because I wanted to be able to kind of tell you guys a little more about it. A lot of the guys got Condors. I like Condor. One of those guys, you know, I mean, Condor's tried and true. Everybody loves them. I have no complaints, and I'm not bashing them at all. I bought a lot of their gear, a lot of their products over the years. I just wanted to try out something new. I will give you an offhand tip, guys, and this is a great tip. I see a lot of guys at the range all the time that'll come up in their vests and stuff, and hey, they're great to run scenarios with. I mean, get used to carrying them. It is a lot of weight if you're not used to it. So, one thing, let me move my flask there. That's not an alcoholic. I just actually have that filled with rubbing alcohol. Wouldn't use one of those cheap Walmart flasks anyway for alcohol. Just probably wouldn't work out good for you. But a lot of times I see guys, they'll have their mags turned whichever way, you know, this way, that way. The only thing is, and a lot of times I'll tell you this, guys, if you're a right-hand shooter, meaning right-handed, you want to have your magazines loaded to face the right-hand side. And the reason I say this is, if you ever put your vest on, run this a couple times, you'll see what I'm talking about. When you reach in from your left hand, you're going to grab your mag like this. As your mag comes up, it's going to be ready, go straight into your gun. So run all your mags. If you're right-handed, the shell should face right. If you're left-handed, the shell should face left. Same thing with these. When you come in for your M4, you're going to slide out, flip it over, and it's going to go right in. If you've got it the other way, you're going to have to dance around with it a little bit, and it just makes it a whole lot easier if they're all pointing to the right hand, if you're a right-hand shooter. Now, as you can tell, the Condor, when I did run some scenarios with this about maybe 3-4 weeks ago, that was the only thing I got a little annoyed. The Condor is really tight. Some guys will praise that. To me, I mean, that's tight enough. It's not going to go anywhere. You know, this one doesn't move like this one does, but at the same time, to me, I'd rather have that as opposed to, you know, you have to lift up and pull down. So, you know, give me some thoughts on that. If you guys run Condor, if you run Voodoo, you can tell there's just a little bit difference in the color. And what I'll do is I'll zoom in here and maybe you guys can see that a little bit better. Not much, but I will have to say there is a slight difference in color. One thing about the Voodoo, if you know on the, this is the Voodoo here, the dark color. I run my pistol mags in this. I do have a 45 that I run sometimes, so I put them here as well. But I carry a simple monocle and then just a little multi-tool. Keep it on a string because it's easier to get out. And then I have one more magazine. It's not in, it's actually in the gun right now. And then a dump pouch. You know, I see guys running, the dump pouch is just really nice for your mags, you can keep up with them. I see guys running med kits, guys running this, that, and the other. I'm not setting this vest up for an all-day scenario, if you will. So a lot of times, I try to like to kind of pack light. The one good thing about these here is if you're running a hydration pack on the back, which I will be doing soon. One of the good things about that is if you're running a hydration pack, you can actually put your hose through here and come out on either side. It does not have the mollies in the, or the, I'm sorry, it has the mollies, but not the Velcro in the back like the Condor does. The Condor usually has 2 rows of Velcro here. I had mixed feelings about that, in all honesty. Part of me was happy for that, and part of me I kind of wished it did have. Only because it's always nice to put extra nameplates and placards, but at the same time, sometimes the Velcro is just a pain in the butt if you're going out through the woods, if you're in a really wooded area, only because you got a lot of debris that kind of hangs up on it. One more tip for you guys before I let you go. You know, I've talked to a lot of my buddies about their vest and, you know, what they're buying. I've seen so many guys meet up and go out in the woods with one of these vests in black. And now, guys, I understand. You know, I've got one buddy, he was at a gun show and got a steal of a deal on it. Completely understand. Food for thought. This is green. When you see me walk through the tree line, nothing I'm wearing is black. Okay, it breaks up a lot better. The multicam is one of the best, I think. They're just a little bit more expensive. I didn't have the option to get it when I got this one. Not in the heavy plate carrier. They had just a chest rig and I wanted the plate carrier. Now, the black is probably the worst in my opinion, only because everything sticks out. Even with my Gun just clipped on the front here. When I was walking through the woods, my buddy seen me coming from a good while away, only because of that black, the contrast. So I've already thought about doing this in OD, maybe Duracoating the Glock in an OD as well, and then the mags. I'll probably buy a couple more ODs, so I'm not really worried about that. May do some multi-cam on it as well, and I'll put some different greens. We'll add some foliage, a desert tan. The more colors you have, the easier to me it is to break up. The solid black has just never been a good look. I mean, unless you're a SWAT SEAL member, some sniper team or special forces or some modern warfare guy, on YouTube, black is not really the hottest thing if you ask me. Now, if you're wearing it under, sure. These wasn't designed to wear under clothing. Therefore, to me, the tan, the coyote, the foliage, the OD, or the multi-cam are by far the better options opposed to the black. Now, like I said, if you do get a black at a great deal, you can break up the color, add some greens, add some foliage, desert, the coyote, whichever ones you want to do, maybe some multi-cam pouches, just to break things up, which I will do with this one. Unfortunately, when I went all green. Some of the greens don't match the best, but it really made a huge difference walking through the wood line. One of the last chest rigs I had was black, and it was just too easy to see. A little food for thought, guys. Remember what I told you about how to load your mags? Right-handed, all shells point to the right. Left-handed, all shells point to the left. Also remember to try and get something that breaks up. That's kind of the whole point. Unless you're going in with 30 guys in a end-of-world scenario, you do want to kind of be able to break yourself up, not stand out into the woods or tree line or any other areas that you may be in. Once again, this is Gunpowder Handshake. If you guys have not subscribed, click right up there, a real quick subscribe. Got some more upcoming videos. I'm going to do a follow-up on the Glock. I recently purchased it and did a video on it mainly because never owned one. A lot of guys say good things, a lot of guys say bad things about them. I figured if I'm going to knock it, bash it, or give my opinions, I better own one. So I've got that video going up, and then I've got another one on an M4 special project I'm going to show you guys on. Some food for thought. It's not a full build. There's tons of those on the internet. Just a few little odds and ends, modifications and recommendations, kind of what the channel's all about. Well, guys, I appreciate it. You got any thoughts on the vest, the rig? By all means, leave some comments. Love to read them. Love to respond. You guys have a wonderful night.